everyone, and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. This week we've got a map by DeeDeeNaNaNa. Be happy. I like DD's maps. I tend to do pretty well on them. Ooh. This is just lines. Good lines is all this is. Which is what we usually get out of DD maps, which is probably why I tend to do well on them. Ah! That was a little scarier than I expected. Okay, so probably want to have more speed than that. And that one is not a wall ride. That's so close to the end, it's not going to be worth it. 46 is the author time. Obviously, nobody got a clean sight read of that. But I think this is just going to be probably minimizing airtime and just saving as much speed as possible. That being one of the key parts there, not getting a bounce on that landing. Go wide here, really take all of this quarter pipe. The higher you are on the quarter pipe, the less you have to turn. The less you have to turn, the less speed you're going to lose. This tube, I know you need to get to the right side now. Get kind of into that wall ride without losing speed. Am I going to get airtime here? I might if I'm going faster. It probably shouldn't matter though. I'm going to hit a nice downhill no matter what. And then this ending. I bet you could jump to the finish. First place. Cool. I'm good at DD maps. Never mind. No way you can jump to the finish. Okay, they'll come the faster people. Cone Cop, Quick Racer, yeah, of course. Is there anything to be said for getting less airtime at the start? I mean, I was up a whole 0.1. How much does this matter, though? That's actually probably about the best I'm going to be able to do it. Still want to get that corner well. Oh, you need to be a little higher on the wall. Yeah, R-Tube and I were so similar in skill. That's been the meme for the last week. Because we are. We're always right next to each other on the standings. Also, probably worth noting, like, I think the last two Cup format events that we've done, R-Tube and I have been eliminated in the same round. We are inseparable. So yeah, I like that line for the tube. You definitely want to go up high so that you can get over to that wall ride on the right side. And then this ending is going to be not a wall ride. It's just extra time spent going way out wide at the end. 46.2 is an impressive author time. I am pretty sure DD grinds their author times. Because they always have pretty good ATs. I think a lot of it really is this spot at the top of the second hill, I guess. That's the first hill. Yeah, it's an annoying little downward transition that I refer to as the 10 Lemons transition after that Hydro map in Showdown. How am I down speed doing that? Or is that a fake? Oh, Zoman, or Pants, whoever that is. Pants impersonating Zoman, I think. You could tell because Zoman's not in first place right now. I like that line, though. Okay, I've lost all this speed. But what they did was not do that. So actually just cutting across this way. Oh, do you lose speed, though? That seems like a lot of speed loss you would have to do turning on the flat ground down there. Right, because that's all about saving speed. So going wide on the quarter pipe there saves you a lot of speed. You should come out of that very fast. But what Panzer's doing, you come off of this, try to take a fairly straight shot. No, you have to turn so much. I don't think that's possible, right? Because you're... What's the best case scenario for that angle? It's not good. Yeah, you definitely want to be taking that quarter pipe. A little bit of airtime there is not bad, because you're getting a good landing no matter what. A little bit of airtime there is worse, because you're not getting a good landing. Okay, I'm somehow up speed. I will admit I'm not necessarily understanding the speed gains and losses, because I feel like I'm doing similar lines every run. Yeah, Quick is getting airtime. Kind of lost control at the end, though. What was I looking at? Airtime. Is there anything I can do about that? Like, hitting a slight wall ride down the side here? That seems really stupid if that's possible, but I don't know. Might be worth trying. Yeah, Kern with the .2. Wow, tying the author time. Okay, so that checkpoint split is because it's on a bank. And this one's in the tube, so these speeds are actually not very reliable. And I feel like that checkpoint was like very specifically placed to not let you get over. Well, I mean, it's warm-up rounds, you might as well try. When we get to elimination rounds, I'll start taking things seriously. But I do kind of want to see what happens. This is the style of map I'm usually pretty good at. The vast majority of DeeDeeNaNaNa maps are in a style that I'm good at. It is also a style Kerncop's very good at, so he's probably still just going to be faster than me. That just doesn't seem like something I want to do, that wall ride. Might not even be possible. I don't know if physics allow for that, even with the kind of magnetic pull we get. That was nice. That was less nice. I did a lot of steering. Still up speed, though, probably. Yeah, and I am definitely getting airtime. Not as much as Quick got. That was a nice final corner. Wow. Alright, 46-7. The fact that I'm only 7/10 off Kerncop in the warm-up round is makes me pretty happy. I'm not usually up here this early on. So the thing with DeeDeeNaNaNa maps, the vast majority of them, the key is to try to turn as little as possible. Because like I said earlier, the more turning you do, the more speed you will lose. And obviously you want to be fast. So, this tube, for instance, if there's a way to do that, kind of like that maybe, where you're not turning too much, and then the top of that quarter pipe. Same with this tube, you know, you ride up it on the left side, swing back down on the right. That kind of turns like that. Also, you can probably turned very little, trying to use the banking as much as possible. And then have completely failed the ending. There's going to be a ton of time, actually, in getting a very clean ending. So, going into elimination rounds. That felt like a fast warm-up round. Maybe I'm just enjoying the track. We'll go with that. I do feel pretty good here. Like, I can do definitely a low 47 consistently. Hopefully I can do the 46s consistently. There's not a great downhill. Yeah, so I've lost speed. My PB, I think, doesn't do that prior turn very well. So pretty solid run. I'm just missing speed from the beginning, basically. But, you know, first round, a time is a time. This is actually not too bad of a run, regardless. Whoa, a 45-7 out of Kern Cobb in the first round. Okay. I'm going to be needing to do a lot better than 46s, I suppose. There we go, that was better start. Let's see if this line through the tube gives me some speed. A little bit low coming into the quarter pipe is not ideal. Yeah, I am up speed. Kind of need to see what this looks like at checkpoint 5 because of the locations of these checkpoints where you're oscillating up that tube and you're going either up or down the banked turn. It's gone down to a plus 0.4, but this is still a good personal best. Of course, my PB got an insane ending, which I was a little bit wide that time. That is going to be third place, just below round. This is good, because usually I can't do this early on in Cup. Our tube fell from the sky. Interesting. Kern with a very clean final turn. Looks like 3 DNFs. I think DD is in the lobby, so 2 DNFs. Some very high times. I think that's because of that hill at the end. Because if you're losing speed, that hill is going to be very slow. As far as Pants' attempt to impersonate Zoman, he did not DNF in the first round, so I would say that's not the greatest impersonation. What's the reset point, actually, for where I could get 2 runs? I suppose it's after this weird transition. That felt nice. I wonder if I can take that turn even lower and then, like, kind of cut. Ugh, that was not a clean wall right transition. This should be fine, though. Any time should be fine. I mean, this is still going to be possibly a 46. Well, no, the ending was awful. Still, that's a safe time. I can try stupid things. Ooh, that's actually not quite enough time for me to get 2 runs. Does that really mean I cannot mess up this transition here, which is the most important part of the track? Like, it's already too late. Ew, can you enter that? No, probably not. That's probably a terrible angle. Can I take this really, really low and then hop over? I can. Is that good? No, it was about the same, I think. Ideally, I would like to be getting airtime there, because if I'm not, that means I'm going slow. Kern again in the 45s. Round gets a 46-0. Couple more DNFs this time. 53s being eliminated. Kind of surprised we're seeing DNFs. This seems like a track people should be able to finish. just a little bit of a speed check right at the end, but like once you've played the track, I feel like people should finish this. I mean, obviously mistakes happen. Good. Probably could have been more to the right to set up for the quarter pipe. Definitely not the cleanest run. Maybe I should watch a Kern Cobb run, since he clearly seems to know something I don't. Or maybe he's just too good at the game. I don't know. Where is Kern? Kern is actually coming towards the end. I think he did a reset early on. Wow, he gets so much air. Yeah, tons of 48s, though. Yeah, my time is super safe. Right next to our tube, naturally. Let's see what Kern does. Well, for one, he has 70% steering limit for the first turn, which looked really neat. Very, very high. Oh, he's dropping. He's not even sticking to the road. He's dropping off the road. Interesting. That was so clean. And he resets. Okay, I might have time to get up to that point. So he goes super high here. And then, like, okay, you have to come down a little bit. Quick Racer is saying it's the ending. Yeah, a lot of the time he's going to be in the final corner. Again with the 2 DNFs. Still, you know, well into the 50s are the times being eliminated. So there's not a lot of people in the 46s, actually. It's just Kern that's so fast. So super high. You have to come down a little bit, but you get that air. What's that speed? Not good. Let's take a run because I know that's a super sketchy spot to reset. We might be just shy of 2 runs. It's actually not that bad a run. Even with the poor landing, I'm not too far off my PB, so I would say Kern's way of doing it's definitely faster. Again, it's about not steering as much. Because Kern's way of doing it, even though he gets more airtime, he's not turning. I have to turn a lot to stick to the ground. So that's still a 47-0. With, I would say, not the ideal landing. Oh, I need to do that steering limit, too. Okay. That was decent. It's a little bit of a challenge to get over to the right side in time so that you don't get too janky of a transfer onto the wall ride. Now, I'm not flying through the air like Kern Cobb was, but this is still a pretty good run. This ending is very annoying to get right. 46.8. I mean, I'm happy to be doing 46s, but like to be going a bit faster than that. Again, a few people without a time. I've got one more MMXD not quite getting out. So 49s still in. A lot of people in the 47s. Pretty much the top 10 doing 46s. Yeah, 70 is such a cheat. That's a cheat code for the first turn. You just have to get the turn timing right. Bit of air. Like, I'm only down 2.2, though, even with, like, a bad landing, compared to my other way of doing it. Sure, I'm alive. some arms up tech to cheat some more speed. I think that works on that hill. Okay, this is actually not a very good time. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be a very good time, but... Could you get more speed by going super wide? I wonder. Let's not be too aggressive with that little cut this time. Okay. Wonder if there's a steering limit for that final corner. That was a good time, though. Let's see. Curran should be coming to the end again. Exactly the person I wanted to watch, because, you know, as a keyboard player, he would be using steering limits. And it is 80. Pretty much holding 80. Okay, that's kind of what I was seeing on my own, whatever you call that. The little thing that shows my steering. Seemed pretty close to 80. So 46.4 is a good time for me. We are somehow going 2x2 with the DNFs every single round. So 70% for the first turn. Is there something to be said for being super wide here? So we might get more banking that way. I mean, I've lost 2/10, but my speed is pretty good. That's fine, actually. As long as I don't completely fall off the track there. Yeah, 80, maybe even upping it towards the end to a little bit of a higher steering limit. But definitely doing the start of that at 80 is the way to go. Nice, that was clean. This is a pretty solid run. Super inside. Kind of got scared, which is why I think I lost 0.6 speed. Yeah, just turn in at 80 and then I can release the steering limit, honestly. R-Tube was close to DNFing, but does get a time. And we have just YOLO without a time. This is not YOLO. So it looks like one more DNF. Mortishay jumping, getting some style points. Just staying within the elimination zone. Gonna have a couple more rounds with 4 eliminations here. Let's see what we got. We got 13 people doing sub 47 now. Still just Kern Cobb doing sub 46. That round 1 time, still the fastest time, by the way. The .795. Lost a lot of speed. Wanted to try to see if other people were getting better speeds out of that. Wait, that was clean, actually? Oh my god. The line between crashing and super clean is a thin one. I think I was actually too low on that corner last time, and I was a touch too low this time as well. Oh, okay. So there's a chance 80 can be too much. Almost crashed it. And I do have enough time for the reset. 46.0 is the fastest time on the board right now. Kind of, I guess, goes to show how much speed matters. Wow, I'm up again. Oh my god, this is actual world record pace? So Pants is still doing that line, where he's going super inside, or maybe he's just experimenting again. Yeah, R-Tube has come to notice the same thing. The start matters so much. Cleaner ending. Beat Kern. Yeah, sub 45. The second sub 45. Let's go. Let's turn players off because they did get in my way last time. Yeah, DeeDeeNaNaNa tracks are always good tracks for me. Actually, my first Cup of the Day win was a DD track. How do you do that consistently? Minus 2.8 is, like, actually still very good speed there. Because my PB run is now so good at the start. Obviously, this isn't going to be a, you know, cup-winning run or anything, but it's a solid time still. It's kind of the hard thing to remember using free play splits, which is still pretty new to me, is knowing that, you know, minus half a second actually isn't the end of the world. Ugh. 46.6, you know, that's still a good time. That's still third place. Seems like Sandals is getting pretty consistent up there as well. I know Round has been putting in good times, at least earlier in the cup. That 147 is nice. Little awkward coming into the quarter pipe. That split might be a lie, because I think I was very high on the banking. Oh, no, maybe that was the truth, because do about the same line through there every time. And again, since this is being compared to my personal best, this is actually a very good run. Low 46. Yep, 46.1. These kinds of tracks, like full traction, where it's just good lines, speed conservation, these are usually my best tracks. St. Nick honking his way into the finish. Sandals, I did not improve at that last run, but is putting in good times. The .3s pretty consistently. Sandals and Round. Goose looking pretty good. R-Tube with only the .7 that time, although I've been seeing him do the .3s pretty consistently, so he's still a threat also. Oh, wow, that was clean. Yeah, so I am actually going too low in that section. It's whipping my car at a weird angle that is causing me to lose speed. Wow, man, the 80% actually feels super good there. 957 is a PB. Does that tie my PB actually, or was that like a 975 before? My car got turned a little bit in the wrong direction, but this is still very good speed. Speaking of PBs, Kern Cobb at the .76 now. Kern is still going to be, like, nigh impossible to beat on this track, even if I am putting in really good times. Yeah, if I'm not getting much error time there, then clearly this is not a good run. Round without a time and Mew without a time. Only 2 eliminations. And I'm not seeing anybody Is that because players are off? No, I did. Oh, it is because players are off. Huh. Would you look at that? Well, here comes Mew. Not enough to make it out. Round did good a time as well. So Mac Cheesy and Mew are the two eliminated. The final two in the 47s. So everybody left capable of doing a 46. So I've been kind of running wide and cutting to the left to get less airtime on that jump. Not sure if that's the way to go, but with the 70% steering limit, that's actually very easy to do. Ah, yeah, I got too aggressive. Okay. So that means I don't get 2 full runs then either, because I think that's past the reset point. And that's into the checkpoint ring, so probably don't keep this run either, yeah. There we go. That was good. Ah, I tapped the checkpoint ring. That was sad. What is this? This is 46.5 pace. This should be good. People are actually putting in very good times, which is starting to scare me. Oh, wow. See, I got a ton more speed just taking that corner super well. Little bit of smoke. That was not great, but that should still be safe. 46.4. Again, 2 people without a time. Tommy Gaming will get one, but that was a scruffy end. It's not going to get him out. Shady Nook needs a time as well. Here they come. Also into the wall like Tommy was. Oh, into the finish ring. Oh no, Shady Nook. Resting on the flower petal. Probably not a good time given the ending they had. It does allow R-Tube to survive another round. Into the top 10 now. Kern with another 0.7. It was a round into the 45s as well. Yeah, Round and Kern Cobb do this line very similar to what I do. And pretty much everybody's doing the high wall ride into a slight jump there. Oh, I got so close with my right tires. Yeah, Sandals is super high there, allows him to set up for that corner better, which I did mess up again, I think. I don't necessarily know if I agree with the high setup, because I would lose you time just being higher on the road. But it does make that setup super easy, whereas I am making it a little challenging for myself. That was pretty clean. Gotta be careful for that honeycomb on the inside after the checkpoint ring also. That I could get pretty close to crashing. Let's do a little bit of a higher entrance. That should get me more speed. Not entirely sure how bad my speed loss was, because those checkpoints are very hard to judge, but I don't think I was at full speed. That's a poor ending. I hope that doesn't eliminate me. No, it still improves to a 0.3, even with the bad ending. Our tube, though, is eliminated with the 47-0. And it looks like... Oh, this is... Nope, this is Kern Cobb. There is Butter coming in. He does look very similar to Kern Cobb. And Butter, not an improvement. So Butter and R-Tube eliminated. Kern Cobb, Quick Racer Sandals, Goose, Round, myself, Pants pretending to be Zoman, and St. Nicholas, the final 8. Oh, whoa. Okay. Some weird tire behavior there. That's the struggle with this specific line, is your tires are going to do weird things. Almost happened again. I think I got lucky to not spin out that time. Kern with a 0.6. Ah! Quick Racer also with a 0.6, but a much less impressive one. Because it's a second behind. I kind of... Ah, shoot. This is a bad run. I kind of got shy on the reset button because I wasn't sure what the timer was, but I should have reset, actually. 2 eliminations. This is the final round with 2 eliminations. So I need top 6. Oh, this is not good. This is right on the edge of top 6 already. The slide out's not going to help either. Does this beat Sandals? No, it does not. So yeah, shoot. Man, that's so annoying. Looks like me and Sandals are going to get knocked out here. Quick Racer so lucky to have, yeah, actually both of us, because both of us are doing very consistent low 46s. It's so annoying, though, that I can play, like, probably around 100 Cup of the Days and still be making what is honestly, like, a noob mistake. And just not taking the reset when it was there for me. Yeah, everybody doing that. It's pretty much the same line. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, everybody does the outside. That makes sense. That is clearly the faster line. Into the tube section. Yeah, there's pretty much one good line on this track. Ooh, Nick, I think, kind of got a little bit of a bad entry to that wall ride. Yeah, and you can see he's not getting a whole ton of airtime over the hump. Final corner, Pants gets it the cleanest. Quick Racer does have the fastest time right now with the 46.1. Kern Cobb the next to come to the finish. That gets the ending super cleanly. Wow, Kern. 45.8 round. We'll just have enough time for a second run. 46.2 might be wanting to improve that. We are looking for an actual goose, and we are looking for St. Nicholas to probably make an improvement as well. Let's check the GTR times when GTR wants to show it to me. Goose with the 0.29 is his personal best. I still have the second fastest time. St. Nick 0.63, so very close to his personal best. Let's see, is he on a run? No. So it comes down to Goose here. Are they on a good run? Ooh, a little bit wide on the final corner. Still just makes it through, though. Knocks out St. Nicholas in 6th. And that makes it's Goose and Pants as the last of the non-Cup of the Day winners. Kern Cobb with 25 would again match Mackie at 26 wins if he gets this win. Quick Racer's got 3, and Round has 10, although it's been a while, I think, since Round has won a Cup of the Day. Such a sketchy little jump that you have to do there. It does always feel like you're right on the verge of spinning out if you get a bad landing. Kern with a nice low line. Enters the tube super early, also super far on the left side. Probably just gets a better oscillation. Is actively passing Pants, even with the super high jump. Catching up to Quick Racer as well. First times coming in this round. Quick Racer very good with the 46.0, but Kern Cobb 45.7, a time nobody else has been able to do so far. It's just me with the 0.9, and round... Quick Racer's also put in a 0.9. Ooh, round resets, not taking that finish. I might have been losing control at the end. Still, though, had time to take the finish and get another one. Round putting it all on one run now. Goose, also, this will be their only run. Let's see how this ending goes this time. He went a little bit wide in the final round. Still goes a touch wide, but it was cleaner this time, enough for 46.3. Round has done better than that. Is he on a run? Actually, he is on a run. Okay. Goose and Pants with very close times, but Goose is currently the one in trouble. What can Round do? It gets a very clean ending. Not a good enough run, though. 46.5. Round will be eliminated. Kern Cobb and Quick Racer starting to look like the fastest ones. Quick Racer said he got lucky a few rounds ago, but he's been going plenty fast on his own since then. Not been in too much danger of getting eliminated, but now into the top 4. Anything is possible. Kern, oh, with such a clean inside line. Does run out the widest of everybody, which is what I was doing. Not entirely sure if that's the fastest route or not. And Kern just seems to have such a clean line. Did get a little bit of a shaky landing, but seems all 4 are happy enough with how this run has started. Kern is definitely fast. Now passing Pants on this run. This is such a good run from Kern. Very deep into the inside there. Couldn't quite see through the other car. That was such a clean inside line. Also, this final corner, there is a lot of time to be gained or lost in the final corner, but Kern with a super clean run. The 45.8, not quite his best, but still well better than anybody else has been able to do so far. Pants currently needs the improvement with a 46.6. Goose with only a 46.5. That is a very beatable time. Seemed like a clean landing there. This is final runs. Goose will be the last to get the run in. Quick Racer on for an improvement as well, possibly. Kern Cobb is done, but Kern's probably safe. Pants coming up to this tricky little downturn here. Not sure what the speeds are supposed to look like. I do think you're supposed to get a little more airtime than that, so might not be the fastest of runs. Very clean final corner. Let's see what Goose can do. That is a 46.2 that he has to beat. Quick Racer with the personal best 45.8. Also, Goose crossed the line 46.3. Not enough. So Kern Cobb, Quick Racer, and Pants. The funniest result here after all this of Pants impersonating Zoman would be for Pants to finish 3rd anyway. That has been Pants' curse. Kern and Quick Racer looking very fast now. Quick Racer possibly taking the fight to Kern. This is no longer looking like the free win that it has been for most of this cup. Seems Quick Racer has figured out the track. Again, we watch Kern. He loads in the latest so we can see all 3 of them. Or at least we should be able to see all 3 of them, but I get the feeling Pants is going to be behind Kern by the end of this run again. Quick Racer resets. Will only have time for 1 full run. Obviously, we'll have plenty of chances to optimize the beginning of that 1 run. And again, around the same spot as last time, Pants being passed by Kern Cobb. Pants did get his tires stuck on over the edge of the track. Kind of surprised he's taking this run regardless. Another 45.8 from Kern Cobb, showing that he is consistent with those times. I mean, that is the benchmark Quick Racer definitely needs to beat. He has shown the 45.8 once. And Pants has shown a 0.2, it looks like, unless GTR is really bad at updating. Yeah, that is a 0.2 is the personal best from Pants. Quick Racer with the 0.8. I mean, this is going to be tough. Tough one for Pants to beat. It looks like the curse might be holding true even with the name change. Kern goes very high there also, kind of what Sandals was doing. Gives them the better setup for that left-hand turn. Pants with pretty good speed this time, getting a lot of airtime there. Oh, very high. He's going to get airtime there too, which is not good. Pants going to crash into the wall. No improvement. Eliminated in third yet again. And a 45.7 from Kern Cobb. 0.667 is his record. Kern, as always, proving to be very challenging to beat towards the end of Cup of the Day. I mean, he's a very fast racer always, but give him about 20 minutes of practice, apparently, and he becomes even faster. Quick Racer, though, has shown to be making improvements himself towards the end here, and is definitely getting good enough with those 0.8s to put some pressure on Kern. It comes down to these 2 minutes. That's so tight to the inside from Kern, and then he runs super wide there. Probably saves the most speed. Obviously, both of them doing this very similar drop down now. 146 actually isn't the best there, but it's still a very clean run. Taking a lot of the quarter pipe, going super high. Quick Racer resets, a good decision because I could tell he was getting closer as Kern Cobb was catching up. Kern staying pretty high, dropping down a little bit lower. Really trying to optimize that line. And into the finish, very important final corner with the 80% steering limit, though gets it super cleanly. That is a 0.735 faster than anything Quick Racer has done before. Quick Racer hasn't been far off these last couple of rounds there, and he is optimizing very much, taking every reset he can. He knows he's got one chance to put in the best time he can do. Kern resets one last time. Also, Quick Racer has no more time to reset, and he's coming up to this super crucial part of the track. Did get it pretty clean, though. He can match Kern with that speed. Kern Cobb coming up to that part of the track. Also, what is the speed down here? 147, a tiny bit faster. That does carry through the rest of the run, but of course you still need to get clean lines. Quick Racer also taking that kind of middle of the road approach to that corner. Nice jump. Pointing a little bit to the right, setting up for this final corner. Is it going to be enough to beat Kern Cobb? Very tight. I think got the final corner even better, but it is only the 45.8. Very impressive time from Quick Racer. Not enough to beat Kern Cobb with the world record. 0.622 right at the end. GG, Kern Cobb. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see all the results and stats for the first 99 legit Cup of the Days, next week is week 100. I will post the link to my spreadsheet in the description below. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!